Hi you guys, it's Friday and Trials of Osiris and Xur are available again this week in Destiny 2. So in today's video, I will be reviewing the featured Trials of Osiris map and weapon this week, as well as Xur's inventory. Now firstly for Trials of Osiris this week, the featured Trials map this week will be over on the multiplex map, and the featured Trials of Osiris weapon this week will be the Xur's Wraith submachine gun. This is a great PvP SMG. And if you manage to successfully go flawless this week, you will get the Xur's Wraith Adept variant, which is better overall. Now let's look at the featured Xur items this week. For Xur's location this week, he will be located on the tower just like Saint 14. And once you arrive at Xur, make sure that you pick up the exotic quest, Xenealogy. This will award you with an exotic cipher. Now we're first going to look at Xur's strange offers this week. Firstly for the two Callus, so the first featured Callus this week from Xur will be the Polaris Lance Callus. This Callus will give the Polaris Lance Dragonfly, which is great for ad control. The next Callus we have this week is the Jotun Callus. This Callus will significantly increase Jotun's charge time while you're surrounded, and it will also grant Jotun Incandescent. Two great Callus this week from Xur. Now for the other strange offers, Xur has the Stomp E5s for Hunters, the Peregrine Greaves for Titans, and the Skull of Dire Ahamkara for Warlocks. Alright you guys, now we're going to move on to Xur's strange gear offers for this week. For Xur's strange gear offers this week, in the exotic gear row, there is an exotic Ingram which can be claimed for 23 strange coins. Now for the exotics, we firstly have the Hawkmoon exotic hand cannon. And this roll has combat grip, which greatly controls the recoil. The main trait on this roll will be Eye of the Storm. This weapon becomes more accurate and boosts handling as your health gets lower, good for PvP. The magazine will be the Alloy magazine to increase your reloads when the mag is empty. And for the barrel, we have Arrowhead Break to greatly control the recoil and increase handling speed. This is a good PvP roll on the Hawkmoon this week. Now after the Hawkmoon, we then have the Monte Carlo exotic auto rifle, then the exotic trace rifle, the Prometheus Lens, and lastly the exotic rocket launcher, the Warcliffe Coil. Moving on to the legendary weapons row, Xur has a strange weapon Ingram which can be claimed for 7 strange coins. Now for the weapons, the first weapon that we have is the 7 Seraph SI2 sidearm with surrounded and full auto trigger system. Then the Death Adder submachine gun with quick draw and dynamic sway reduction. The Ignition Code grenade launcher with vorpal weapon and quick draw. The Soul Survivor sniper rifle with vorpal weapon and rapid hit. The 7 Seraph Saw machine gun with elemental capacitor and field prep. The Memory Interdict grenade launcher with chain reaction and quick draw. And lastly, the Eternity's Edge sword with counterattack and tireless blade. Now out of all those rolls, I would recommend picking up the Soul Survivor and Ignition Code. The Soul Survivor has a decent PvE roll with vorpal weapon and rapid hit. Vorpal weapon will increase your damage against majors and bosses, as well as rapid hit, which will increase the reload speed and the stability of the sniper rifle while you get precision hits. Now for Ignition Code, vorpal weapon is great because that increases your damage against majors and bosses. Now the best perk in the left column will actually be Slide Shot, but that's a decent roll overall. Now we're going to move on to Xur's legendary armor. For Xur's legendary armor this week, Xur has a strange armor Ingram which can be claimed for 7 strange coins. Now the featured set this week from Xur will be the Substitutional Ally set, and for Warlocks on the Gauntlets, we have 20 mobility, 2 resilience, 10 recovery, 6 discipline, 16 intellect, 12 strength with a total of 66, not good. On the Rogues, we have 16 mobility, 16 resilience, 2 recovery, 11 discipline, 2 intellect, 20 strength with a total of 67. These are good melee focused robes for Warlocks this week. Now for the helmet, we have 11 mobility, 10 resilience, 10 recovery, 2 discipline, 19 intellect, 12 strength with a total of 64. This is a mediocre intellect based helmet for Warlocks this week. Lastly, for Warlocks on the boots, we have 6 mobility, 20 resilience, 6 recovery, 16 discipline, 6 intellect, 10 strength with a total of 64. These are good boots for grenade-based builds on Warlocks. Now we're going to move on to the Titans. For yours Titan armor this week, on the gauntlets we have 60 mobility, 6 resilience, 12 recovery, 6 discipline, 12 intellect, 16 strength with a total of 68. On the chest we have 6 mobility, 10 resilience, 16 recovery, 14 discipline, 2 intellect, 14 strength, and a total of 62. On the Titan helmet, we have 6 mobility, 6 resilience, 20 recovery, 7 discipline, 2 intellect, 23 strength with a total of 64. This is a great Titan helmet for melee focused builds. And lastly, for Titans on the boots, we have 6 mobility, 10 resilience, 16 recovery, 10 discipline, 10 intellect, 11 strength with a total of 63. Alright you guys, now let's move on to the Hunter set. Lastly, for yours Hunter armor this week, on the gauntlets there is 10 mobility, 12 resilience, 11 recovery, 10 discipline, 15 intellect, 6 strength, and a total of 64. On the chest there is 14 mobility, 6 resilience, 12 recovery, 19 discipline, 2 intellect, 12 strength, and a total of 65. This is a decent chest piece for Hunters this week because it has a decent amount of discipline, recovery, and mobility. So this could be good for grenade-based builds on Hunters. On the helmet we have 10 mobility, 21 resilience, 2 recovery, 2 discipline, 10 intellect, 21 strength, and a total of 66. This is a great hood for Hunters this week because it has 21 strength, 21 resilience, and 10 mobility, so a great stat distribution for melee-based builds on Hunters. And lastly, for Hunters on the boots, there is 25 mobility, 2 resilience, 6 recovery, 6 discipline, 26 intellect, 2 strength, and a total of 67. This is a very spiky roll, a great roll for intellect-based builds on Hunters. Alright you guys, we reviewed Xur's inventory and the featured trials map and weapon this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like on this video and subscribe for more content.